So, what's the next stage? Okay, this is where it gets really fun. Is I want you to dress up as your character. Okay? Dress up as them. And I want you to use your iPad, or if you've got a MacBook, you can use an app called Photo Booth, or you can use a phone to video yourself. And I want you to video yourself so you can see yourself at the same time, okay? And I want you to start thinking about what kind of voice your character might have, okay? So is he an old grumpy man? Do you think does he look like he's old and grumpy? So are we using a really low-pitched voice for your old and grumpy man? And does he really sound out his words through gritted teeth? Where are his eyebrows? Think about on the painting, where are his eyebrows? Are they down? Are they up? Because if they're up, that assumes a totally different personality. Maybe it's someone who is quite surprised. Maybe you could think about why they're surprised in that painting. What have they just seen? What on earth have they just seen to make them so surprised? And are they speaking up here with quite a high pitch because they're awfully surprised? Are they young? Maybe they have a really young voice. So think about where you can place your voice so it sounds really young. Younger voices generally have a higher pitch, just like surprised. Whereas an older voice generally goes down a bit in pitch. Think about, do they look like a really busy person, or do they look like someone who moves quite slow? So maybe they would talk slow as well. So think about if it's an older person, old and weary. Do they speak really slowly? Do they take their time? Or are they a bit younger? Do they speak quicker? Or are they an old person who still speaks quickly because there's so much to tell you and I can't wait to tell you this story and then I have another story, and make sure you sit down because grab yourself a cup of tea because I've got many, many stories to tell you. We all know people like all of these kinds of people. So you can think about the people in your life or people from film and television who might have this similar kind of look or feel. How do they speak? Right? Where is the pitch of their voice? Do they speak fast? Do they speak slow? Do they mumble? Do they just kind of speak like this and their lips hardly move and they just kind of mumble and shrug their shoulders and just talk about anything that comes to mind? Or do they speak with great diction and enunciation? Think about it. Now, there are no wrong answers. There are only the answers that you come up with. So I want you to take a video of you experimenting with your character and how your character moves slightly. Or do they move a bit more jarred? Are they excitable? Yeah? And think about how they talk. Think about, are they very expressive? Do they use their eyebrows a lot? Do they use their cheekbones? Are they very smiley? Or perhaps they don't move much of their face at all. There are so many options and I really want you to experiment. So I would say take 2 minutes making this video and then stop and play it back. Now, if you're kind of stumbling and still working things out, which I would expect most of you to be, take another 2 minutes and think about how your character, because you'll be able to see them in your costume, how your character moves, yeah, and talks. Now remember, if yours is one of the pictures where you've got somebody else in it, you can do this together and think about together You know, how do you feel about this other person in the painting? Yeah? Do you like them a lot? Do you not like them much at all? Are they someone that you know very well? Or are they quite the stranger? Have you only just met them? So it's your job to make up and create this amazing story for the character that you've created with your costumes. And again, I want to just say, remember, there are no mistakes in drama. There's no mistakes. It's all part of the journey. And when you've experimented with some ideas through this filming part of the project, then I want you to do another little film. And I want you to come up with a name for this character. And all I want you to do is say, hello, my name is, and you say your character's name that you've made up. And you tell us 3 things about this character that you've made up. So, for example, if my character was a really surprised character, okay, so maybe my picture was quite surprised. Maybe, she's got some stuff here, okay? So maybe she's really surprised. And I could, if she's wearing beautiful clothes that look maybe Victorian, maybe I'll pretend to be British. So maybe be like, hello, my name's Felicity, and you'll never guess what I just saw. You will never guess. I just saw 3 ducks walking past. But that's not the interesting part. They were walking on the top of an enormous dog. Okay? Make up anything. This is your story. This is your character. So, I can't wait to see your videos that you post on Seesaw. And I can't wait to hear about all the fun that you've had with this project. Alright, there'll be another video coming soon.